Well, I will say this. I've been on a lot of hikes in Missouri, and this is the first time I've come across 3 stone shelters like this. What a perfect time it is. Good morning, YouTube. Michael Shepherd Jordan here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am at Sam A. Baker State Park, which is about 2 hours south of St. Louis near Piedmont, Missouri. I am hiking kind of a 5-mile loop trail that I've put together. I'm going to be on the Shut-ins Trail, which I'm starting off with right now, and then I'm going to go over to the Mudlick Trail and hike to the top of Mudlick Mountain, which is 1,309 feet, and there is a water tower up there. I don't think we can climb the water tower based on the research I've done on all trails, but I'll at least get up there and check it out. It is October 29th. I am trying to get the tail end of the fall colors. There was a storm that came through last night, and I think it knocked off most of the leaves, but it's still pretty beautiful and fall-esque out here. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet already, please hit that subscribe button below. Leave me a comment below. What do you think about Sam A. Baker State Park? Have you hiked here? What's your favorite trail? Have you done the 12-mile Mudlick Loop trail? All right, y'all, let's go on a hike. So this trail runs along the bank of a creek bed, and there's a lot of little offshoots to the creek, and I was just walking down one of them until I saw this right here. So keep an eye out, because I'm actually going to go up these stairs right here to the top of the bluffs, and I think we get at least one good bluff view up there. So head this way. Okay, so first off, that was a bit more strenuous than I was expecting it to be. It's pretty steep grade, pretty rugged terrain. But I am at the top of these wooden stairs right here, kind of the last little log stairs. And the trail gets a little funky right here. This way leads to the next blaze. But if you look on the All Trails map, there should be a way to get some bluff views up here. I walked that way and it took me away from the bluff, and it was weird. And then it kind of cut across what the trail was. So the trail's not very well marked right here on the map, and you can kind of lose it a little bit in person. So I highly, highly, highly recommend downloading All Trails just to keep you in the general same vicinity. And I've got a link to my map below. You can see the zigzagging that I did back and forth. But I kind of scouted up the hill, and I think there's a trail up on that side. I'm gonna go straight up and connect to that, and that gets me kind of right along the bluff where I think the view is gonna be. So take caution, look at the map, make sure you download All Trails. It'll help you. But yeah, let's go check it out. Ooh, it's steep. So yeah, I walked maybe 50 feet. And I'm on a trail right here, and you can see the creek down here. So this is a camp shelter. I know the Ozark Trail kind of comes through part of this. I don't know if this is exactly part of the Ozark Trail, but this is definitely a place to to camp overnight if you're backpacking. Fireplace here, fireplace here, roof, and pretty good view. So I'm hot and sweaty, which is not good, but this provides a great opportunity to talk about my Sam A. Baker t-shirt from Ope Outdoors. If you haven't heard about Ope Outdoors, they are a St. Louis-based company. They make t-shirts of all the Missouri state parks, and this is my first one. I decided I had to get it for this hike, and I'm excited. I love it. They're super detailed, super cool, very outdoorsy. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. I don't get anything from them. I happen to know one of the founders just through hiking, so they're not paying me. This is no affiliate, no nothing. I just think it's really cool. And if you want to support a Missouri small business that is supporting our state parks, go check it out. Here we go. Well, friends, I've got a pretty tragic fail. I have the drone, but I don't have the SD card. So I cannot record anything. Oh, man. So sorry. Oh, that sucks. It's sitting right beside my computer from the last drone footage that I put into my computer. I didn't put it back. I'm sorry. Just a phone today. Okay, so we've completed the portion of the Shut-ins Trail, which just ends at the camping shelter right here. And now we are going to transfer to the Mudlick Trail to hike to the top of Mudlick Mountain. There's a trail blaze over here. That blaze is orange for Mudlick. And then there's another one on that tree right here. According to my map, at least the route I'm taking, I'm gonna go right here. So we're gonna follow these orange blazes now on the Mudlick Trail. Another shelter, not too far from the first one. Let's walk down here, see if there's a view. Not really. Views are better at the first shelter. Third shelter. Got a big tree down in front of it. Just missed it. Okay, so at the third shelter, we have got some options. Orange will keep you on the Mudlick hiking only trail, and it kind of continues around the park. But we're gonna go on yellow, which is like the Mudlick equestrian trail, but that leads us straight up to the top of Mudlick Mountain. So we're gonna go left, which is this way, and we're gonna go to the top of the mountain. Okay, 2.7 miles in on the equestrian section of the Mudlick Trail, and we are at the final split, marked by this. If you go left, that'll take you up to the top of Mudlick Mountain and the fire tower up there. Going right will keep you on the trail that kind of goes around the park. So this is kind of the last indicator before the fire tower, and I just wanted to point it out to you. All right, let's go. So this is the Fire Tower Trail, and by all accounts, on all trails, it is this gravel road the whole way up. But you can hike this if you're looking for a nice wide open trail. I imagine it's this gravel road because this is still an active fire tower. but should be approaching the fire tower shortly. Well, here we are, Mudlick Mountain Fire Tower. About 2.8 miles to get here. And there it is. A Missouri Department of Conservation ranger actually just drove up here to get some cell reception, and he was telling me about it. It is still an active fire tower, but he was saying that it probably hadn't been manned in like 7 to 10 years, but they used to coordinate this tower with Tom Sauk, the fire tower there, which you can go and climb, as well as Vulcan Mountain. And they would use those 3 towers to triangulate and find brush fires in like the 70s and 80s, which is pretty cool. Well, thought I was gonna beat the rain, but I was wrong. So I'm gonna head back down and I'll try and do a trail review from one of those hiking shelters, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, top of Mudlick Mountain, we're at 1,309 feet, and that is the fire tower, which is pretty sweet. All right, let's go find a dry spot and head back down off this mountain. It's raining. I'm just following the trail back down to the 3rd hiking shelter. I'm getting wet. Shelter! Well, I will say this. I've been on a lot of hikes in Missouri, and this is the first time I've come across 3 stone shelters like this. What a perfect time it is. But let's talk about this trail in Sam A. Baker State Park. To start, the shut-ins trail is real easy for like the first mile. And then you've got a pretty steep, probably the steepest grade of the hike, going up on top of the bluffs. It's a little misleading because you don't really get to see the shut-ins so much. I'm not sure where they were. I'll try and do a little bit more research on that. But the view from the first shelter is pretty awesome. It's pretty spectacular. It's a great Missouri bluff view. Cool with the fall colors. And you've got, you know, some shelter if you need it. Going on Mudlick and up to the Mudlick Fire Tower, that's pretty cool. It's kind of a bummer that you don't get to climb the tower like you do with the Tom Sauk Tower, but it's still active. But, I mean, you've climbed a 1,309 foot peak in Missouri, and that's, you know, not a bad peak for Missouri standards, which is pretty cool. And the hike up there is actually pretty gradual. It's not really that difficult at all. The most difficult thing about this trail is actually staying on the trail. It gets a little weird at times. All Trails doesn't follow the actual trail, like the maps on All Trails don't 100% correlate. So make sure you download the map before you go hiking, just so you have that just in case. It'll keep you close. But yeah, you kind of just follow the trail in front of you and it gets you to the top, which is pretty great. So overall, Sam A. Baker, pretty cool spot. The campgrounds in like the park itself is awesome. So if you're gonna like RV camp or car camp over the weekend, this is a great spot to do it. This trail, not the best trail I've been on, but super cool. These hiking shelters are probably the coolest thing about it. Plus the fire tower, and you get a bluff view. So what am I talking about? It's pretty sweet. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next Missouri hike.